This is the voice of the Committee of Enigmas, a special subsidiary group of the Trans-Global Institute of Archaeological Investigations. My name is Dr. Mungo McRae, and I wish to introduce you to the Hontropy Ex Phenomena Archives. I have received a package from Professor Marian Tarknassus, which includes a handwritten letter addressed to me and a metallic disc containing a magnetic tape reel suitable for playing on a magnetophone reel-to-reel tape recorder, such as we have in the acoustics division of the Department of Physics here at the University of Aberdeen. Dr. Tarknassus informs me that she has made a significant discovery in relation to clandestine government operations in the furthest extremes of the northeast of Scotland, more precisely in the area of Banff and Fraserburgh, especially around the coastal enclaves that range from Slains Castle in Cruden Bay to Banff itself. Her attentions have been drawn to a remote government radio communications installation on the upland elevation of Mormond Hill, referred to in government circles as Station 44. In her letter, she states, "To my friend and fellow member of the committee, Dr. Mungo McRae, I am gravely at risk. I've been compelled to seek refuge among my contacts in what you will know as the Secret Glen. I am unable to furnish you with all the details in relation to the intrigues that I have become embroiled in. I am required to send you this package in haste, not only for my own safety, but for yours, as well as for the protection of the committee at large. I have uncovered certain facts in regards to the operational purposes of Station 44, which, as you know, has been the focus of my investigations for quite some time. Among other things, I have managed to gain access to some of the most closely guarded secrets of the facility, and have discovered that it harbors a similar technology to that of the Parafaction Sound Investigation System Type 1. If anything, in fact, the government device is more sophisticated, more advanced, and more powerful in its detection and sonification of X phenomena. The technology they have developed appears to have special capabilities that allow it to infiltrate the trans-dimensional singularities not only of the spatial context of the continuum, but of the temporal contexts also. In other words, the domain of time as well as of space. Lies within reach of their X-phenomenal investigations, and the results, I can assure you, are truly startling. Fellow members of the committee, I refrain for a moment from reading out the letter of Dr. Tarknassus, merely to voice these incidental thoughts on the matter. We have produced the parafaction device using some of the finest minds available in the international scientific community. To this extent, we have worked on the assumption that we have led the field in the research and development of advanced exoscientific applications, particularly in relation to physics and the reactive principles of atomic structures and chemistry and biology. It is disturbing to me that the government and their military cohorts have succeeded in recruiting the kind of brain power that we have acquired as a matter of course through our collective ethnographic, archaeological, and scientific endeavors. The academic networks of all the fields belong to us, not so, perhaps, the political and commercial echelons of scientific institutions,
and the purposes and motivations that they serve.
But I digress. In her letter, Dr. Tarknassus continues, I have managed at extreme risk to gain entry to the secret facility of Station 44, using illicit means of persuasion which are best not mentioned here in detail. As such, I've been able to obtain fleeting access to certain documents, which I have hurriedly transcribed in brief summaries of the originals which I have in my possession. They are detailed accounts of strange activities that have occurred in the skies over the northeast regions, particularly around the coastal fringes of Slains Castle towards the east and Killican Bay that lies to the north of Station 44. It is apparent that the complex cave systems in the vicinity of the headland, with entry points at Hell's Lum and the Gog Den in the Tor of Troop, has attracted a particular degree of special attention. These areas have been mentioned specifically as the focus for unidentified airborne phenomena, which have been seen in the region. These phenomena are variously described as fast-moving, blurred, and hazy lights, which do not linger long enough to be photographed or captured on film with any degree of reasonable insight or clarity. I've seen some of these photographic impressions myself, which show a series of dramatic and suggestive streaks and smears of brightness against the grey and black backdrops of the North Sea sky. They are, at best, inconclusive for what they portray. Overall, I have discovered that Station 44 is being used by the British Secret Services to monitor these strange activities in the northeast skies and the region of the Northeast. But more than this, I have also seen documents that attest to the fact that there have been attempts to establish contact with the occupants of these flying vessels. Physicists have devised methodologies for sending out coded messages across the full range of frequencies in the hope that they will receive a sensible response in the return. Indications, no less, of intelligent life forms, which they suspect may have come to us from another part of our galaxy. I have no way of knowing if these attempted communications have been successful or not. But I do know that the project is headed by a covert group of special operators who go under the name of the Quadrant. They are called the Quadrant because they are divided into 4 subsections of personnel, which includes scientists, administrators, security agents, and what they call, somewhat cryptically, the archivists. However, while all of this is of great relevance to our research, it is not the main reason why I'm writing to you now. You will see that I've included a magnetic tape reel in my package, which I urge you to listen to and to share with the committee with utmost haste. All I can say is that the content of this tape is real, and not the manufactured inventions of an elaborate hoax or scientific misapprehension. The magnetic tape reel features one of several recordings that captures a series of transmissions which have been received via the advanced government technologies which I have already described. Let me assure you that the following recording is a genuine example of radiotelegraphic signals which have been assimilated through the subatomic sonic projections of a sound investigation system that is similar to our own. Pay close attention to the dates that are mentioned in this broadcast. You will understand then that it has been received from beyond the frontiers of the temporal divide, that it has come to us from the future, that what you are listening to is a transmission that comes to us from a point in time that is yet to happen, that you are listening, in effect, to a transmission that has not been made.
The UFO Experience Archive, created by ufologist Dr. Ali Rennie, has shown a marked increase of unexplained airborne phenomena in the northeast of Scotland in recent years. On January 22nd in 2022, just before 7 p.m., 3 lights were seen that formed a triangle shape in the skies above Peterhead in Buchan. They hovered there for around 2 minutes before moving out of sight behind a low-lying cloud and disappearing altogether. March 25th at 7 p.m., visible for around 90 seconds, reports began to circulate of a bright ball of light seen over the murky streets of Aberdeen. The light remained stationary before it suddenly started to dance in the sky and move vigorously from west to east, becoming increasingly dimmer as it grew more distant in the dark horizon. Returning to Peterhead, a daylight sighting is reported at approximately 3 p.m. on July 10th, the height of summer in the remote northeast setting. Several witnesses describe a glowing white object, orb-shaped, hovering over the rooftops of the town and remaining motionless for around 3 minutes before departing at speed over the wide expanses of the North Sea. Next up, on August 18th, a green rectangular object is spotted in the skies above the granite city of Aberdeen for around 3 seconds. Eyewitnesses claim that the object emitted a green aura or haze as it quickly passed into the pitch darkness. Finally, another sighting is reported in Peterhead on December 12th at precisely 7:43 a.m. For around 5 minutes in total, a low, bright light shaped like a star is seen before growing dimmer and changing course with stunning rapidity as it moves out of sight over the vast extremities of the North Sea. When approached for comment by Dr. Rennie, government sources denied that any such activity of unexplained airborne phenomena has been detected in northeast Scotland using highly advanced radar tracking technologies, electromagnetic screening apparatus, and infrared imaging networks believed to be active in the secret facility of Mormont Hill, otherwise known in government remits as Station 44.